In Overwatch 2, there's a lot of achievements to get in the game, some easy and some hard. Today, we're gonna rank them all based on their difficulty. I'm gonna keep the intro a little short here because I know what you guys are all here for, but first a few little ground rules to set us off. First, we're ranking the achievements based off Season 12, or the most current season when Juno got released, because if we were to rank, like for example, Scatter Arrow instead of Storm Arrow achievement, it's a lot different, trust me. The second rule is that we're only ranking hero achievements. No one really cares about event achievements, and I have just under half of them, so it's not gonna be a fair ranking. Plus, people care more about hero achievements than event achievements. If you put an event achievement down that's rare, I guarantee no one's gonna know what the fuck it is. Lastly, at the end of the video, I'm going to include a tier list for all the hero achievements, so just so you can get like a more better understanding. And with that said, here we go. The easiest achievement in the game is by far a huge success from Symmetra. Literally, teleporting 15 allies is so easy, especially when you have a friend in the game that can just keep spamming the teleporter. Even if you don't have a friend, your teammates can still spam that teleporter if you put it at good points. So if you have at least 30 minutes on Symmetra and you don't have this achievement, I'm just gonna guess that you never use a teleporter because holy. Up next, another easy achievement from Symmetra, Car Wash. Put all 3 turrets behind the wall and watch someone just get fucking pissed on by all of them and you'll get the achievement. Group health plan is super simple. Just play Mercy, wait for your teammates to get low, and make sure you heal them without dying. As long as you don't die, you should get the achievement pretty easily, pretty quick. I think even if you have 10 minutes on a mantra, you'll have incomparable ping. Literally, if you just hold block for the amount of length you can hold it for, you'll get the achievement. Everyone just likes to spam damage in that shit. But on the off chance that you're going against smart enemies and they don't spam damage into it, just queue another lobby. Eventually, you're gonna find people who do not care enough to not shoot it. Get a shield dash kill. That's the next achievement, and that's all you gotta do. Just play break and get someone low enough, and just hope no one takes your kill. That's honestly the hardest part of getting an achievement. And just make sure you right click, left click, and you got it. Honestly, Storm, Earth, and Fire is a really cool achievement, and it's just a shame that it's so super easy and it can't be any higher on the list. Shatter, Fire Strike, and Pin, the same core dude, is so funny and so fun. Usually there's a trend of achievements you can get. This is our first trend starting being the boop achievements. We start with Venture. Venture's boop is super easy. Your drill dash, a lot of range and a lot of pushback or knockback. As long as you bring someone next to close enough to a ledge, you can probably get this. Just make sure they don't have any ability to get like up and you're fine. Clearing the area is pretty much the same concept as Venture's Pitfall. It's just a little harder because you're playing Pharah. Everyone's gonna fucking kill you if you're in the air for like 30 seconds. Or like 5 seconds even. So it's only higher just because Pharah's easier to kill than Venture, but it's pretty much the same easiness. Her boop is so good. I can understand not having yokai if you have bad aim, but come on, if you can't hit 5 headshots in one life, then I don't think you deserve the achievement anyway. 1500 healing is pretty simple. You probably do that without even trying, but hitting 5 headshots with Kiriko it's not even that hard either. Just if you can't hit 5 headshots in one life, I don't know what to say. Coup de Grace is also a pretty cool achievement, like Storm, Earth, and Fire, where you just bring someone in with your knife and kill them with carnage. I think it's also pretty sick, and I kind of like the achievement. It's just really easy, that's why it's this low. If you know how to move with Wrecking Ball, you're gonna get this achievement super fast and super easily. 4 people in 2 seconds with your roll. Honestly, the 2 seconds feel like 2 hours. It feels like forever. But if you don't know how to move, around your ball, I can see it being hard. But if you do, it should be super easy. Anger management is kind of the same thing, but instead with Wrecking Ball's ball, it's Winston's ult. And this time instead of being 4 people, you take the whole team, which I think is kind of easier. Just that you get Wrecking Ball's ball so much faster than Winston's ult. So the only reason it's higher is just because it takes longer to get. Zenyatta's Cute Spray is pretty much all about timing. If you use it in the beginning of a team fight, you can probably still get it. I feel like at the end of a team fight, when everyone's already dead, you're not going to get it. But if you use it just in the middle, when your tank is low enough, and your support is getting low, your DPS are getting low, and you just pop it, you're going to get that shit pretty easily. It's all about timing, you just find the right time. But that window of time is pretty big, so don't even worry about it. Supersonic's the same deal as the last achievement. It's all about timing. Make sure you pop whatever Lucio's ult's called at the right time. Middle of the team fight, beginning of the team fight is the best way. And then the team fight, you just waste that ult. Honestly, the beginning of the team fight might be the easiest when you're in a casual, because they're gonna want to kill you, so they can get rid of all that shield.
Ice block is a simple achievement. All you gotta do is just block up shit ton of damage with the ice roll with me. The easiest way to get is just block up the tank, and when everyone's trying to free the tank, and the tank's trying to free himself, all that damage is gonna shove in that wall, and the easy achievement done.
Conservation of energy is also pretty easy. All these achievements are really easy at the beginning, so you're gonna hear me say pretty easy a lot. But this one is pretty easy. It's a kinetic grasp, 350 damage, which honestly, even in high ranks, when people see that Sigma, they don't really care. They just still shoot at it. I don't know why. It's a trend with every rank I play in. Even in casual, they just shoot it. So just use the ability in front of like a high damaging, fast shooting target, and you'll probably get it. Simple trigonometry is just trying to stay alive, honestly. Depleting both orbs is really easy. Just throw your damage orb into the team the choke point, throw the healing orb at your team during the team fight, and you'll pretty much get it instantly. I guess the only hard part is that the orbs don't deplete all the way, and you're forced to wait the cooldown again to throw another orb and hope it depletes. And trying to stay alive while that happens too. Like, I guess I can see it being a teeny bit hard, but it's still really easy to get. Just don't die. How overwhelming is probably easier to get in quick play than it is competitive, but there's some achievements that are easy to get competitive, some easier to get in quick play. I think this one, the quick play one, is super easier to get. People need to just keep hitting that bubble, and then competitive, they don't really hit the bubble as much as you want them to, and as like casual, they'll hit that shit like it's normal shield. Just read the Did That Sting description. You'll probably think it's a pretty hard achievement, having to get 4 kills with the poison mine, but all you have to do is just kill them while they're poisoned. So just as long as you can get 4 kills while they're poisoned, not have anyone steal the blow from you, you can get it. As long as you can get 4 kills with Widowmaker. I know some people who cannot get 4 kills with Widowmaker. Making a U-turn back to our boop achievements. Now we have a research group with their spear. The only reason this is way higher than the other two, still pretty low, but compared to the other two, is just because hitting that spear and getting someone off the map with it is a bit harder than, you know, drill dash and concussive mine, but still, it's a blast. As long as you can aim that spear at a good point, a good position the enemy's in, you can get that boop. Talking about boop achievements, now we have a new trend of achievements, so just the aim-based ones. Smooth as Silk from Widowmaker, just hitting a scoped headshot while in the air, which isn't that hard if you have good aim. If you have bad aim, I can see this one actually being pretty difficult. On the move is just the same concept as Smooth as Silk, but instead of being airborne, it's be sliding. It's higher because I just think hitting that sliding headshot's a little harder than hitting the air headshot, even if the cooldown might be a little faster. Giving you the hook is pretty easy. Cancel someone's ult with the hook. The only hard part is this composition. For some characters, you cannot cancel their ult anymore with Roadhog, and a lot of other characters, like another Roadhog, if you hook them, you'll still be aiming his ult. So you just have to go against the right enemy and hope that when they use their ult, they're in a position where you can hook them out of it. You got it. Ana is the exact same thing as Roadhog, just with the sleep dart instead of the hook, and hitting a sleep dart on someone who's using their ult is slightly harder than with the hook, since the hook you have kind of more control on, and more faster to hit shit. Grounded is like a combination of timing and good aim. You manage to kill someone with the whip shot while they're airborne. So maybe chase someone down when they're low and hope they jump enough or have an ability that boosts them up. Served up, I think, is probably easier than the other aim-based achievements so far. It's just that it's to wait until you have Bob to do it, and it's actually send Bob the correct path so it can knock someone up. So that's why I play a little harder, because you can't do it as often if you mess up. But I do think the aim part is a little easier. Mine Like a Steel Trap might be harder than what I put it in, just because everyone I know has this achievement, and their story on how they got it is all just coincidence. And my friends who actually tried it out of their way to get the achievement and got it pretty easily, just putting down the mine when someone's already in the air from your blast. So I can kind of see how hard if you can't really time it correctly, or if you can never get the coincidence happening. I Am Your Shield starts my favorite trend of Overwatch achievements, where you're just playing like a pussy. If you're a good Reinhardt, you obviously don't have to play like a pussy. All you have to do is block 7,500 damage with the shield in one life. If you don't play Ryan, and sure as hell not good at Ryan, you can play like a pussy, man. Run in, break that shield, run out, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That achievement pops up. All these playing pussy achievements all have the same kind of idea behind it. If you can't play that character, you play him like a pussy to get the achievement. With Life Weaving, if you don't know how to play Life Weaver, or you just suck with Life Weaver, play like a pussy. Don't heal, stay back. Unless you're good with Life Weaver, you can actually be in the front lines, let yourself not to die. But I can't play Life Weaver, and I know damn well a lot of people watching this can't play Life Weaver, so just play like a pussy. Any Means is a really balanced achievement. I feel like even if you suck or you're good with Ramattra, you can get this one pretty fairly. Getting three kills with this ult is not that hard, and if you can't get it, then just try again, either during a team fight. You can 1v1 tanks with that ult, you can pierce with that ult. So getting 3 kills is fairly easy, just that getting the ult in the first place. And if you're not that good of a Matra, it might take a fairly good try. But I do think this is one of the fairest achievements in the game. Back to playing pussy! Huge res has changed a lot throughout the patches. Instead of having an ult to revive the 5 people, now you just have to revive them manually all in the same life, which is really funny because you're pretty much just sending your teammates to their deaths, revive them, and just like run away. If they die again, they just gotta revive. They can't even get revived anymore from you because it's a wait for 30-second cooldown. But as long as you don't die within trying to get those 5 revives, this one should be simple. It's just hard because the revive has a long cooldown and it takes a while to revive them actually too. A lot of these achievements are pretty harder because they keep the same conditions, but there's one less tank in the game to actually get the achievement. Starting with Cold Snap, this one can still be get easy without another player in the lobby. Honestly, using it before a team fight even begins when the whole team is grouped up is an effective way of getting it actually. Power of Attraction. Not everyone groups up as much as they do anymore in the beginning of Overwatch. So trying to get a lot of people in the grab is not easy, but at the same time it's not hard. Graph is a big range, so as long as you use it in a group of people, you should be able to get it. Just make sure not too many people die or too many people run away before you actually able to play the ult down, so you're not gonna get it. EMP is easier now than it was before, especially with all the Sombra buffs and the rework. Literally just before, you can even do it before a team fight begins or a team fight ends where your team is pretty bad. As long as you see all 5 people grouped up, just throw your translocator in and spam Q and you'll get it. And the only hard part is the timing. Use it at the wrong time, or if you're not in range of it, you're not gonna get it. It's hit everyone with it. Just remember that. The Giving Tree is pretty difficult if you don't know how to play Life Weaver. If you do know how to play Life Weaver or somewhat comfortable with playing him, you can get the achievement. Even if you don't know how to play him, as long as you know how this ult works, you should be able to get it. It's just that you need to understand how the ult works. When you place on the tree, it gives a burst of healing, then does healing over time. So you want to make sure you place the tree down when all your teammates are low. The hard part is making sure they're not too low to where they die before you can place it down. But once you actually do place it down, it's luck based. You have to wait for your team to get damaged enough to get healed all the healing needed for each team to get obtained. Honestly, the luck brings it down or up depending on how lucky you are. I was able to get up with 2 matches, but still, it took me longer than I would expect. But for some people, it wouldn't. So I think it's pretty easy, just that you need timing. Even with the defense matrix nerf, I still think shot down is pretty simple. This one's way easier to get on quick play than it is on competitive, because in competitive, when they see that defense matrix, they're gonna stop shooting at that shit. On quick play, they do not care enough to stop shooting at it. So just make sure you're going to the right enemy composition, like a Maga or a Bastion. You do not care. Will help you get the achievement pretty easily. But if you're going against like a Genji and a McCree and a Widow, just queue another game. Solar Flare is pretty simple. It's a Sunstruck 3 enemies, Sunstrike 3 enemies, whatever the conditions called. You have to do it to 3 of the enemies and make sure they all detonate. The easiest part is actually hitting them with the ult. The hard part is making sure they detonate, because personally for me and some of my friends, trying to hit people while flying with Lari is kind of more hard than it is on your feet. So as long as you have good aim afterward, you're able to get this one, but I can understand if you can't hit your shots when you're flying. Personally, one of my favorite playing pussy achievements is Hack the Planet. 15 enemies in 1 life. That's a lot, and it's really fun. It was way easier in Overwatch 1 with how the translocator used to work, where you just put it down next to a health pack and you just keep repeating that, occasionally throwing in an EMP for a burst of hacks. But Overwatch 2, translocator doesn't work like that no more. When you hack someone and throw it, they can still kind of hunt you down, so you gotta be careful when you're getting out of the situation. Special delivery might sound harder than what you actually have to do, but I still think it's pretty challenging. Having to stick 4 pulse bombs on people in 1 match could seem hard until you remember that you get pulse bomb like it's a normal ability if you're hitting your shots with Tracer. So as long as you can actually hit the pulse bombs on people fairly easily, you should be able to get this one. Honestly, I think short fuse might be map based. Let's detonate a dynamite from 30 meters away and then make sure that person dies to the dynamite. It's kind of hard on some maps, but easier on other maps. If you're doing it on Junkertown, it could be the easiest thing in the world. If you're trying to do it on maps like, I don't even know, Kings Row might be fucking harder. Originally, I was gonna rank triple threat way higher until I forgot that the achievement only requires you to do it in one life. For some reason, I thought you had to get 2 kills with his ult in one ult, but that wouldn't make very much sense compared to what you should actually do for the achievement. You have to get 2 kills in each form in one life. I don't know why I thought you had to get it in one ult in one life, but as long as you get 2 kills with this shitty ult without dying, then you can get it. Just know that it's hard because his ult is pretty shitty. If you got good aim and you're patient, focusing shouldn't be too hard, but even when you have the 2, it can still be kind of tedious to get. Having to kill 2 people with 1 beam is not really fun. Yeah, the fact that you get 2 people low in the first place without anyone else like stepping in and helping you kill them is already kind of tedious. But then having to kill both of them with the beam, which doesn't even last that long, pretty annoying. It's not hard, it's just kind of annoying to get because teammates. Gotcha is the same thing, get 2 people low and kill both of them with the flashbang. It's just that the flashbang, well, it's really easier to hit 2 people with it at the same time. It only does 40 damage, so you have to get 2 people under 40 without them dying to other people, which is just as tedious, but it's not that hard, trust me. Terrible, terrible damage from a terrible, terrible achievement. I don't think it's that bad. I just missed the old achievements for Orisa with the bongo. Using Orisa's ult at the end of a team fight, as long as there's 2 people left alive and they're all low HP, you can get it. But again, hoping your teammates aren't fucking vultures swooping in and steal your kills. Using it at the beginning of a team fight can be good if your team supports you, but they're not, and you're just gonna embarrass yourself and die probably. Death from above, thankfully, doesn't require 4 ult kills with 1 ult, because if that was the case, that might have been an easy top 10 achievement. As far as ult is fucking terrible. But it's still like kind of hard. You have to get 4 kills without touching the ground, and personally, with the new Pharah rework, it's hard for me to even not touch the ground. I'm like pretty much doing that achievement without trying, just trying to get 1 kill without touching the ground. I don't know. If you're good with Pharah, and just make sure you don't touch the ground, and make sure you cycle your cooldowns effectively, or else you're gonna have to keep doing it over and over again. Your ult actually does help with the achievement if you can get at least 1 kill with it, because if you're trying to go for multiple, I think you're just gonna die. Adaptation is another playing pussy achievement, but this one's kind of weird. Hammond has so much health, and then you have to tank more of his health from his adaptability. And it would be easier because he's fast and he's a large health pool, but at the same time, he has a big ass hitbox and everyone loves fucking getting up on him when they see him. Especially when you're going in just to get over health and leaving. They're gonna find a way to trap you eventually, so just make sure you watch the abilities to make sure you can't get fucked over, and then just smooth sailing. The only difficulty in Power Punch really is trying to get a fully charged fist. Even in quick play, people really do not want to shoot a blocked Doom. Thankfully, you don't need that much shots to fully charge it, but you still need a few shots, and I feel like once they see you blocking, they're not going to want to shoot you off as much as they do for a Ramatra per se. But knocking 3 people into a wall with 1 punch is not as bad as trying to charge the fist. Armor Up is one of the funniest achievements to me when you think about how Torb now works with his overhealth. Instead of giving other people armor that's tank for you to get the achievement, you have to go in there and tank the overhealth for the achievement. So with a little tiny midget, you gotta run in and run out. You gotta run in, lose that overhealth, which you don't have a lot of, and immediately run out. I think it's pretty funny. Nah, the funniest playing pussy achievement though. We'll get to that one in the top 10. Cratered must be the biggest fall from grace that I've ever seen. Going from one of the hardest achievements, probably top 3 in Overwatch 1, to now on the halfway line of Overwatch 2 is depressing to me, kind of. Overwatch achievements are like passion for me, so seeing the fall from grace is so sad. Having to go from hitting the whole enemy team with 1 ult, which was pretty shitty, to now a better version of the same ult and only have to hitting 4 people, not even 5, to match the full length from the last game. It's so much easier, but it's still kind of hard if you can't play Doomfist. If I was being more biased with this list, I would have put Rocket Man way higher, probably near the top 10 territory, just because I couldn't get it for the longest time. But in reality, this achievement isn't really that hard compared to what I thought it would be. 2 kills with the same rocket isn't easy, but it took way longer for me than it should for everyone else trying to get the achievement. As long as you get 2 people low enough, they'll probably scurry together, so that's the perfect time to use your rocket. But it's Overwatch, no one ever wants to group up together, and when they're hurt, they just want to run away. So it's kind of luck based to make sure that enemies actually stick together until they die, or get low enough, and they just want to stay together. Back to playing Pussy with Total Recall. The only reason this one's so high up compared to all the other absorb damage without dying achievements is just because Tracer's so squishy. 400 recall health is not that hard if it is in one life, because since Tracer's so squishy, she only has what, 200 health, and it's just taking so much damage without dying before using that ability. And the amount of, like, the damage output in this game is massive, so they can probably kill you in one shot without you even realizing. So you gotta really be on your toes when you're trying to get to the achievement, or else you're just gonna die and have to restart. Excavation Annihilation is one of those achievements where you kind of need assistance, or you need a certain map to get it. If you're in a tight corridor, or you have an ally ult that groups all the enemies together, it can be pretty simple because of how Venture works. But even with the assistance, if the enemies have their abilities, they can probably stop you from getting the kills. So you just keep using your ult in tight corridors or with like an Azaria grab, and you're gonna get it eventually. It could take multiple tries. Welcome to Orbit. It's just an easier version of Ana's Cute Spray. Instead of having to nano someone and hope they get the 4 kills and assists for you, you just put down the beam and have everyone else get the 4 kills and assists for you. The beam lasts a while and it gives a good damage boost. Just the problem is that a lot of people might just run away from the beam, and the beam's pretty slow. So you just gotta make sure you pop it in a team fight where no one can really run away without the risk being too large for them to run away, or having them counter ult, which forces them to stay in. Speaking of Ana's Cute Spray, Enabler is the next achievement. The only reason it's harder is because instead of having the whole team rely on the 4 kills and assists, you're relying on one person. If they can hit a crazy ult, or they're just crazy in general, you can get it, but at the end of the day, all you're doing is relying on the person you nano. Die. Reaper's Cute Spray. Honestly, Reaper's ult doesn't really need a lot of thinking to use it. As long as you use it in a scenario where no one has the abilities to run away or stop you from using your ult, you should pretty much be able to get this. The only problem is, Ana, Shield, Zarya, people can just kill you out of it, so you gotta use it smartly, and the timing has to be good. Roadkill is like the same thing as die. It's a brainless ult, doesn't really require a lot of thinking, but if you want to get the achievement, you do need thinking. People could just break the Riptire, first of all, so you gotta make sure they don't break it. And second of all, when they hear the loud ass voice line for Riptire, they're all gonna scatter, they're gonna run away. Or they're gonna be little heroes trying to defend everyone or break it. Honestly, the funniest thing you can do, which honestly works, is literally just triple jump into the enemy backline and use the ult and pop it right where you are. It's funny, it doesn't seem effective, but trust me, it can work, and when it works, it's beautiful. Game Over is not like the other two. It's the same concept, get 4 kills with an ult, but you actually do need to have a brain for this one, because D.Va ult is good, it can one-shot most heroes. Everyone knows how to run away from it though. You need to manage to throw it where 4 people get killed by it, which is not easy, but not hard enough to be higher. You kind of understand what I mean. You can't really combo ult with D.Va. I mean, you can kind of shatter, but it has to be good timing. It's just all about timing and composition. That's the best way to get the achievement. Some maps are easier too though. 2 new game modes from Overwatch 2, or the maps like Nepal, whatever that game mode is called, those game modes can help a lot trying to get the achievement. Stand By Me is like the last 3 achievements, just like kind of the opposite. You have to prevent 4 deaths with an ult instead of getting 4 kills with an ult. The easiest way to do it is having someone throw their ult at you and then making sure to drop their mortality at a good time. Or you can just throw it behind a corner and have everyone run out in the open. That's what Salty Fish did, and it worked out pretty good. It worked out pretty good for me too. If your team does not help you, you are not going to get 3s a crowd. Maga's ult is good, but having to trap and kill 2 people by yourself isn't good. Once you trap 2 people, you can be able to combo with your teammates to help get the kills easier. But at the end of the day, teamwork makes the dream work, baby. A surprise reappearance of playing Pussy achievements. We have adaptability from Echo's Cute Spray. I'm just gonna say Echo's Cute Spray because I'm not saying that name again. You have to use 2 separate ults in the same life. Using 1 ult in the same life is easy. Once you use 1 ult, you gotta stay alive for another ult and hope you don't just die before you're able to use the enemy ult, because it's gonna be painful to have to survive for 2 ults again. Raid Wipe is interesting to me because according to the achievement description and what you do in game, you don't actually have to get 4 kills with his ult, you just need 4 kills during his ult. 4 kills or assists. So if you use it in a team fight and your team is able to, the enemies don't even have to step on the molten core. As long as the molten core is still active and you just get the 4 kills, you can get the achievement. You can have your team help you get the 4 kills too and 4 assists. Using the molten core helps, but you don't even really need it for the achievement. Minesweeper could be a top 10 achievement if you're going against the wrong composition. If you're going against, let's say, a Junkrat or a Lari, it could be considered a top 10. Compared to going against a Symmetra and a Wrecking Ball, it's not as hard, but it's still hard having to just destroy 10 of those shits in one life, because Winston, they're gonna kill you, and if your back is turned trying to get rid of the turrets, not them, they're gonna kill you and faster. Perfect placement is pretty much only possible in comp games. Like I was saying earlier, with some achievements being able to get easier in quick play compared to comp, this one is more easier in comp compared to quick play. Even if there's some quick play game modes that can last as long as a comp match, your teammates aren't the same as your comp teammates. I don't think your quick play teammates are going to want to stick around by your opponent and get killed compared to your ranked tanks. So, if you want to get the achievement, you drop your support rank, but you'll get it. Target rich environment is much easier with support trying to get the achievement. If you want to raw dog it, go ahead by all means, but it's going to fucking take you way longer than if you get nanoed or damage boosted to help you out with it. Slice and Dice is only this up. Genji's not bad, but his ult is just terrible. You're gonna have to get 4 kills with his ult too, is just heartbreaking. I just don't want to play Genji after using his first ult when you guys are not gonna get 4 kills with it. If you get nano, different story. You can probably get that achievement a little easier, but still you get 4 kills with that blade. It's fuck. Hog Wild is all map based. You're not gonna get this achievement on specific maps compared to other maps. If you're trying this on Junkertown or Nepal, you can probably get it. Trying it on maps like Kings Row, you're not gonna get it. It's all map based, and even when the right map, this achievement is still pretty hard to get. It is pretty much impossible to get the Dragon Assailed without help. 4 people are not just gonna walk into the 2 giant ass dragons going through the map. It's just not likely to happen at all. It could happen, but just very impossible. But if you have a Zarya ult comboed, or any ult type of ult comboed, the dragons kill pretty fast. So as long as you have some type of combo to help you, you can get it. It's just that you're not going to get it by raw dogging. And even with help, you still have to get 4 people trapped so you can get killed by it. So the person actually needing to trap 4 people had it harder than you. In my humble opinion, I think the floor's lava is more fun than hard. Don't get me wrong, I think the achievement is still pretty difficult, especially if you don't know how to play Lucio. With this damage buff, I do think it's a little easier, but it's still hard to get 3 killing blows with this projectile travel and the squishiness, being able to die so fast. But I do think the achievement's really fun. High Noon is all agreed upon, universally agreed upon, shitty ult. Having to get 4 kills with it at the same time is hard. Trying to get 1 kill with the ult is a challenge. Once everyone here is High Noon, they're either going to turn at you to kill you, block you off, stun you, or literally just run behind the wall, duck behind cover, and have to hit 4 people with it. You gotta be some master in the sky to have a lucky ass map where you cannot run away. Because you're just gonna die. It's like far but worse. Well, I wouldn't say worse, but it's still as bad as far as worse. Their own worst enemy is just a more difficult version of focusing. The abilities kind of work the same, the achievements kind of work the same, getting 2 killing blows with the ability. But focusing, enemies can shoot at the echo, or in focusing, enemies want to shoot at the echo to stop them from killing you. With Genji and his deflect, they need to shoot you so you can kill them. So 9 times out of 10, when they see you deflecting, they're just not going to shoot at you. So you really need to have good aim to actually kill them with the deflect, or kill 2 people with deflect, and at the same time actually have them shoot you while you're deflecting. Understandably, a hard achievement. Heartthrob just sucks. This achievement blows. It used to be so easier, and then they had to reduce the timer of Cardiac Overdrive, and this one is just annoying and not fun to get. This is the only achievement in the game I do not have, for good reasons. You only have 3 seconds to do 900 combined healing and damage, and the worst part is I've done this like multiple times, but the game has not registered that and has not given me the achievement. I think one of the reasons the achievement's so bad is because of the tank passive. You pretty much have to aim for DPS and supports because of the tank passive. It's just not fun to get. Breaking the top 10 hardest achievements in Overwatch 2, we have incoming from Bastion. His cute spray is hard to get because his ult fucking sucks. Bastion is a good hero, a fun hero even, but his ult is fucking terrible. 3 kills with that is not easy to get. Even when you try to combo with other heroes, his ult is so easily counterable, deflectable. You can absorb it even. So you have to have good timing and just hope the enemies ignore you, even though you're really loud before you even fire any artillery missiles. At number 9, we have Adrenaline Junkie from Jumper Queen. This achievement was way harder to get when she first came out because it was actually bugged. Still kind of hard to get. 7 wounds at the same time is not easy. The only way to stack wounds is with your ults. So having hit the whole enemy team with one ult and beforehand you have to already wound 2 people at the same time is not easy, especially since your ult takes forever to wind up and the range for it honestly isn't even that big in the first place. So having hit 5 people with it, they all need to be single file line if you want to hit it, but it's not as bad as the other ones coming up. At number 8, we have Taking Charge from Sojourn. This is the final really having good aim achievement, and the reason this one isn't really in the same area as the other good aim achievements is because this one actually needs good aim with your ult within a specific time. You need to get 4 killing blows, not even kills, you need 4 killing blows with your railgun during their ult. The railgun is a good ability, don't get me wrong, but you have like what, 7 seconds to get 4 killing blows with it. Your teammates can't even help you because by the time they get low enough and you're damaging them, they're probably going to take the kill. So you need to rely on yourself to get the 4 killing those headshots with a small limited time. At number 7, we have Antipode. And to get this achievement, you need a Zarya ult. It has hit 6 people at the same time with Moira's Coalescence, which doesn't really seem that hard on paper, but the range of the Coalescence is smaller than you think, even when you see the big cylinder. You really need 6 people. You really need to get 6 people single file line in order to get the achievement. And the easiest way to do it, come back to Zarya. Grab as much people as you can and then have all your teammates run in front of them and hope they don't die. And it's to hit all of them like a fucking kebab. If you manage to do that, then you deserve the achievement. It took me a few months to get this one just because I got it back in Overwatch 1 and no one ever wanted to group up. So hitting a Zarya ult with a lot of people was even harder. At number 6, we have Event Horizon from Sigma. This achievement, I have no idea why, but it is so difficult. For such a good character with a good ult, I don't know why this achievement is so hard to get. 3 killing blows with Sigma's ult sounds easy, but it's not easy to do. I don't know how. At number 5, we have my favorite playing pussy achievement in the game. Probably my favorite achievement in the game to get entirely. Being Waste Not, Want Not, Reaper's Pixel Spray. 3 solo kills in a single mag. You have to get rid of Reaper's most important ability, Wraith. You can no longer reload. His ult is like a last ditch effort. It's just super playing pussy. The best and most fun way to get this is to kill support, run to their spawn, kill them again, run to the team, find the enemy team, shoot one person and ult that fucking person you shot dies. That's like the easiest way and funnest way to grab the achievement. Or you can just shoot 3 full health people and ult them. There's cheese with the achievement where if you just shoot them and ult them, that counts as a solo kill towards the achievement. That kind of gets rid of the fun in my opinion though. I feel like you should save that one for last, not for all 3. But even with the cheese, it's still kind of hard to get because you need your ult every single time. And you know, it's just fun. The hardest playing pussy achievement and an overall difficult achievement to get. And number 4, we have Purified. This achievement took me way longer than I'd like to admit. And honestly, I think the reason it took me so long is why it's so high up compared to other achievements. All I had to do was purify 5 people at the same time with Kiriko's cleanse. It's just hard because when someone gets a status effect, the first thing they're thinking is, I gotta get away to live, not let me run to Kiriko so she can support me. Even if one person thinks that, the whole team definitely does not think that. There's gonna be always one outlier who wants to make sure they live instead of running to the Kiriko. And if you miss that cleanse, it's just so disappointing. Eventually I was able to get it, but it was not easy and just good luck. At number 3, we have Pulsar's Inbound, Juno's Cute Spray for some reason. I don't know why it's her Cute Spray. I feel like it should be her Pixel Spray to match every other character, but it's whatever. when you look at the achievement, it's kind of clear just by reading the description. This one is not going to be easy for the faint of heart. You have to hit everyone in the lobby but one person with an ability that has a 12-second cooldown. That's already a bad sign when you have to hit everyone but one player in the lobby. Then when you actually go into the game, and not 8 players not going to group up all at the same time. When they do, you have to have that ability ready and immediately to go. The most disappointing part is that the ability has like some good travel time, so people can just hide behind a wall once they see the ability is active, or they can just kill you. They can die before the ability hits them. It's like there's so much inconveniences that can happen before they get hit by the ability, or if they even do get hit by the ability, because some people just run out of the line of sight. You know, there's been so many times where I hit 7 people because someone just died before I used the ability, or they just ran out of my line of sight. Eventually though, I was able to get it and I was super happy, but this is still, she's fairly new, so the achievement might go lower or higher depending on as people continue to unlock the achievement and how rare it is getting. But as of right now, I consider it a pretty fucking hard achievement. At number 2, we have Simple Geometry, which is not fucking simple at all. You have to get 3 killing blows with Hanzo's Storm Arrow. As I said in the intro, there was a big difference between using a Scatter Arrow and a Storm Arrow for an achievement. If it was Scatter Arrow, you can get 5 killing blows with 1 arrow. With Storm Arrow, you'll probably get lucky to get 1 killing blow with 3 of the 5 arrows that are given to you. They're like the only way I could think of getting this achievement, which is how I got it. It was with the May ult. You throw an ult, try to get at least 3 people with it that are squishy enough to die, get them low enough with your normal arrows or with the May ult itself. And you just aim for those headshots and hope they kill all 3 of them. It's so like situational to get the achievement. Someone has to go all the way to play May and specifically aim for 3 people. And even then, sometimes they just don't die to the arrows. Overall, I feel like they should have made it 2 killing blows to match, you know, Genji, Cassidy, Echo, but you know, whatever. At the number 1 spot, needs no introduction, we have Rapid Discord and Yada's Pixel Spray. This achievement only got harder when they removed 1 tank from the game, and it only got harder when they nerfed the Discord orb. You can't even put the Discord orb on the same person multiple times anymore. You have to do a cooldown when it comes to it. I didn't even know that happened. Thank God I got the achievement beforehand, but still, it's really, I don't know. I guess it's fair, but not towards the achievement hunters. Everyone knows this achievement, needs no introduction, super hard. 4 kills or assists with a Discord orb in 6 seconds. It's only harder now with the nerfs, but I mean, you can get it. You gotta put enough time in. You know, Zenyatta's not one of my most played characters, but I got the achievement, fuckers. And that definitely is the hardest achievement in the game. There's definitely no achievement left in the game. No hero achievement that's harder than that. You know, we can just stop talking and just get on with our day. As you probably could tell, this list started with an odd number when it should be an even number. That's because there's actually one more achievement in the game. It's window of opportunity from Baptiste. This achievement is just so fucking hard. Yeah, they nerfed it when Overwatch 2 got launched, but it's still hard. This achievement is not easy. You can only do it on specific maps. You can't do it even on specific game modes or comp because it's gonna be in 1 live. You need a full team. You can't just do it with randoms. They're not gonna help you. They're not gonna keep you alive. They're not gonna actually use your wall, your window. It's just super difficult for no reason. I don't know why they made it 1 life instead of 1 game. They gave us a hard achievement, and you know what? I took on the challenge and I eventually got it. Shamefully, I got it in Overwatch 2. I couldn't get the not nerf version, but the achievement's just so fucking hard. It's so difficult. If you have it, congratulations. I respect you. I love you. Let's have children. That's all the achievements in Overwatch ranked from easiest to hardest. Right now on the screen should be a tier list showing all of them. If you want to see on the tier list kind of view, take it in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, mean a lot to the 5 Iggy Grubs, and that's about it. See ya.